Yes, good evening, everyone. This is Mega Comrade, broadcasting live from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. First of all, I want to thank God Almighty for making it possible for us to be alive. We thank Him. Without God, we will not be here today. Like I said, today we are having our brother is going to appear on the studio in about a few minutes. We have Dr. Pedro Obaseki. There's a little bit of controversy going on concerning some certain issue. I think he decided to come on live video, not by going to Channel News or Arise News. He came to the biggest Edo platform to speak to the good people of Edo State. So without delay, we are going to bring him our brother, Dr. Pedro Obaseki. Hello, doctor. How are you doing?
It will Mega Comrade. I salute the house. I salute everybody.
Welcome to PFM Situation Room.
God bless you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. I'm very honored for you. Pedro Osaro Osamudiame Iwumo Agbonri no Agbonfo Nori Obaseki Yedon Pedro Riovan. Why gbigi aka zedo because ara yore owa kare omi oye do ikin oye do ta oye kino doba okbi oba ikin and atinatana ovan mayari oge do nedoga man ugarama eye. My name is Pedro Obaseki. Everybody call me Dr. Pedro Obaseki. I'm a professor of communication arts. I happen to be the first president of Nollywood. I was said to have been one of those who founded Dark Communications are the owners of AIT and Repower. I retired in 2013 as the managing director. I used to be a university teacher. I'm a University of Benin teacher. I'm still a teacher to today. I became a lecturer at the University of Benin at the age of 21. I have 2 PhDs. I'm also have a degree in law. I've traveled around the world, carrying the Benin culture on my head. I'm the writer of Azagidi, which was the first Benin play to be used for WAEC in literature all over Africa. I've also tried at the beginning to open up the Nollywood space to my brothers. I think I was the one that first took a few of us abroad. From Lancelot to Duai Maswen, the governor, to Kabat Esosaegbo, to my uncle and friend, Henry Legema, everybody. I think I also proud myself as having shot the first international Benin movie when I did Eziza, 3 days and 2 nights, as far back as 1999. I've been awarded by Obai Rediawa. I'm the only person of Benin heritage that won the Obai Rediawa Award for Excellence 3 times, to the extent that in 2013, the Oba proclaimed me a Nogisi. I'm also a connoisseur of Benin culture. I also wrote Idia, the Epic of an African Queen, which was used for about 5 years on WAEC. So basically, I'm not anybody outside of Benin. I am who I am because I am Benin. And I carry the culture all over the world, anywhere I go. I still remember when my Oba, His Royal Majesty, Ewa Ogidi Ganugeva, was the ambassador to Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, to the Scandinavia, when I took the likes of Lancelot Oduwai, Maswen, ROMD and Co. under the sponsorship of the European Culture Festival. And we all went abroad with the likes of Ile Lotote, special announcer. And I've lived in many cities across the world. I've lived in New York. I've lived in the United Kingdom. I've taught at the University of Bradford in the UK. I've taught at the Montclair University in New Jersey. I've taught at the Manhattanville College in White Plains, New York. I've taught at the University of Ibadan, University of Lagos, and of course, my dear University of Benin. In 2016, as a young man, that is 8 years ago, I tried to run for governor of the state. Unfortunately, that pished me. That was the first time myself and the mega comrade became comrade in arms, and I decided then to stand for what I believed in. And ever since, I've never been an elected officer. I've never been a commissioner. I've never been a governor. I've never been a senator, House of Rep. I've never had any position to have access to any kind of government funding. I believe in myself. I believe in the ascendancy of the Benin race. I'm also the current President General of the Midwest Movement, where since 2016, we've tried to tell the Nigerian nation that the Midwest areas of the old Nigerian four regions, Midwest region, Western region, Eastern region, and Northern region, must be recognized as the fourth leg of the Nigerian nation, because we are the only people who organically and constitutionally created their own region. So today I'm here simply because of a few things in the public domain, and I think I have to talk to Ununozedo koma no moge do no mane we ovie gwa eiki omona biebe do eiki. To the extent, I'm sure I saw the video on the Mega Comrades platform, People's Freedom Movement, some couple of days ago, of me singing the originating Ehara with which the Oba of Benin, Diawa Oba Nedoyahio, was laid. And I also sang the congratulatory heralding of Ewa Enogidi Gano Giver, Oye Diawa, Oya Kenzo Ani Sonoro, Oyo Voame no Baisi, Oba no Hiekete, Oba no Magio Yedode, Oba no do no Bori do na Oba ya Mohain, Oba no sa, Oba no ba, Oba no Ratuhi, Agbonya Izi, Oba no Nyaido, Obi Oba Eiki, Obia Oba Eiki. Keke Otagbona Niye, Imana Zununa, Imana Zeruna, Imana Bubemina, Ima Eswen, because Omona Bie Vadese Gwe, Omona Bie Vuloke Gwe, Omonora Bugo, Edo Imudia, Omonora Tisakpa Ide, Edo Itomu, Eok Tota Iwanana, Osaro, Osamu Diame, Benimeye. No we are going for no Obaseki, no ye Don Pedro Riovan, it 2 years do here, que no rowa, que no yirisi, ni mare bibiode, koma, no we are si we do wuto, koma, no we are moba maguto, koma, no we are ya tolegbe tolehin tole, koma, ora butano, ora kutona baby, koma, no way. Oba no gbori nedo koma no we ni aya taipe ni aya tile ora iraniya no emi no kan use etanse no loke wayabe wa I greet everybody, and I'm very proud because I'm a woman that I am not ashamed of being Benin. I have 4 kids. None of them have been brought up to be non-Benin. I have Ekinadese, Usayame, Nusamudiana, and Owusaikin. Those are my kids. I'm married to a very delectable woman who has tried as much as possible to manage my excesses. I speak English, I speak French, I speak enough German to go by. I speak Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, I speak Urubu. I speak almost all the languages in Edo State, apart from Isako, which I'm not too used to. And my mother is Ora. So I make Obi Edohi, Ewa Edoke kan we no Zedo, Obi Edo State Ehi. O ano tota no way ni na mere emayo ni ayata e. I say na we ni adi na because no man no ona bu hie gbe ekoko no guna me ikadele no saya go ba de doyi ya re me because when you re manana edien oba wan egba wan kekaiwo no gbe kenya ya fe ni bi mo we do no mane bi ni to tana ya re osaro no je Pedro divan I can't tie ye no can ye do so no can see do koto I tendo mu imu eyizabo imu eyan iya gbe kasa iya gbe kaba iya gbulaga keke no ekwe mu ego bi edo ehin even odolebo no ri ogebe ehin but ite a ni opi oba eikahin oba atokpe umogun we atokpe ise.
Okay, thank you so much for that long introduction. First of all, due to the fact that a lot of people are going to be watching this.
I'm very sorry for that. Almost 9 minutes introduction.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. For a lot of them, when they wake up tomorrow morning, that will be the first thing they're going to watch. Let's start with this. As a Benima, who is from Orewa local government, we see and Renegbe combined to be precise. Ovie Odionwere, the son of Odionwere, late Odionwere of Ewesi, and late Okaiwo of Renegbe Komba as well. I am a true Edo son. My first question to you, Dr. Pedro, with all this controversy that is going on, I want you to enlighten us. What is the difference between Benin traditional rulers and Benin traditional council, if I may ask?
Okay. There's only one traditional ruler in the whole of Edo South by law and by the recognition of the ancestors of the land, and that is Omonobanedo Kwakbolokbolo, Ewaya II. Now, the Benin Traditional Council is a council that is don't mistake the Benin Traditional Council with the Edo State Traditional Council or Council of Traditional Rulers. That is very different. The Oba of Benin is the sole owner, the sole connoisseur, the sole everything that happens within the Benin Traditional Council, which is headquartered at in those days we used to call it the Eweka's Court. Once you enter the Oba's Palace, then is the first story building on your left. It's been there since. That is the Secretariat of the Benin Traditional Council, where the Oba is its permanent patron, owner, chairman, everything. Now, the Benin Traditional Council used to take care of matters to do with how the institutions of the Benin Empire of those days and the Benin Kingdom of today is administered. That is quite different from the Obaship, because the Obaship is divine. The Obaship is the Obaship is not even
I think we're having technical difficulty from
the Obaship is not human. The Obaship is superhuman. Then the rulers is an Ama traditional title. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your network is kind of.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
We can hear you, even though your network is wobbling. Go ahead.
Okay, I pray. Now that the Benin. Okay, I was trying to separate the Benin traditional Council, BTC. When I was a young man, I used to go there then when Prince Enna Eweka was the secretary. Now, that is quite different from the Edo State Council of Traditional Rulers, which has the Oba as its permanent chairman by law. No other person can be chairman of that body. But the Benin Traditional Council is owned by the palace and owned by the Oba, and it is to help administer the administrative interface between the palace and the larger public, which is the Benin people and every other person that inhabits that space. That is the difference.
Okay, that's fair enough. Before we go, I have 2 more questions I want to ask. Before we go there, if you have anything you want to let Edo people know concerning the controversy, we must well go ahead and address the elephant in the room before we start picking a calls. If you want us to pick up calls, that would be good. But if you don't want, it's okay. So let's address the elephant in the room, so that concerning this case that is in the court right now. Like we spoke about it privately, like I suggested that if there's a way they can withdraw the case from the court or whatever, I don't really know what happened. Can you enlighten us about what is really going on? How we can solve the problem, resolve the issue?
What is really going on is unfortunate. Unfortunate in the sense that I don't see any reason on earth why anybody should take the Oba to court. I don't see, because and I go back type me, I go back Tile, I go back see me, and as a result of that, but the other side is Oba Ibueku, the Oba stands for justice and fair play, and the Oba is the reason why we are all Beninese, not the other way around. So I think, let me give you a little parable a little story when I was younger. They say one man became so rich in Benin in those days and decided to challenge the Oba. So they called him to the market square or to the King Square. Name all your money. He started naming, I have this, I own this, I own that, I own. He named everything. There was nothing he didn't own. But when it was time for the Oba to talk, the Oba said, I own you. Oba Nyawe Clement Ranomigo, no we take Oba Nya Pedro, no we are going for no we Obaseki. Oba Nyagbon here, Oba Nya governor, Oba Nya everybody, Oba Nya say Oba Nyagbon, Oba Desagbon. That is just the truth. Obaseki Nado, Oba Emiya. So for anybody not to recognize that and take the Oba to court is unfortunate. That is the best I can say. But there is no way you can tell what is in someone's mind. Edo when Ibioga Kuhuni Papa na so I can say clearly that that very issue of taking the Oba to court is quite unfortunate. However, let me just, since you say you want to take on the elephant in the room, let me push the elephant forward. On the day of that court appearance or that court hearing on Thursday last week, I think that was Thursday the 8th, was it? Yeah. Thursday the 9th of May. Today is just the 15th, 6 days ago. That was when this happened. We heard that the Oba had been taken to court. And so within my family, we have several Obaseki family groups. I wasn't really aware of it because I wasn't in Nigeria. So I got calls and the things was going on in my family group. People were upset. Of course, some people were talking Governor Obaseki, and I had to tell them. So one of my cousins asked for a clarification of what was going on. I had, in the last few months, been a member of the Edo South, the concerned Edo South Leaders Forum, and I've been privileged to be the General Secretary, and I'm the youngest person there. I'm the only person who is below the age of 60. All these older men, all the big men who are men Benin, including Professor Gregory Iduobu-Akenzwa. And so I had to bring up the issue because we have to douse this. That was when I got to know exactly what was going down. And I now had to explain to my cousins that, look, go and read the court summons. It says some Enige, led by Prince Gregory Akenzwa, had sued the Oba and the state government, which means in real terms, they have sued His Royal Majesty and have sued the governor of the state, who was represented by the Attorney General. So I now went during the argument on my platform, I now went to explain to them that this was, in my own personal view, a thing that nobody should dabble into. And I explained to them that the Oba's uncle, the younger brother of the immediate past Oba, is the person listed on the top there as the petitioner. I had to also tell them that if you listen to that voice note wasn't meant for anybody in public. And I don't want to sound angry because Eminata Yuwa Owateke no Aye, but someone within the group, I don't want to know who, decided to send out what I gave as a clarification to my own family members. I even created personal relationship with one of them, telling him, my dear Roy, you know, this he was just looking for a clarification because he's not in Nigeria. Somebody went and put it out in the public domain, and people left the substance of the voice note. Many people left the substance of what I told, which there is nothing I said that is a lie. I just said it as it was, based on, I also know that there are many issues in the background, but they do it at Sasenobai to enough. And I told them, now that Mr. Governor, who happens to be my elder brother, is leaving office, all of us, we are either going to be the collateral victims or the collateral beneficiaries of Godwin staying or leaving office. And it is not it's not an uncommon thing that Pedro, if Godwin is going straight, I will let him know. If Godwin is going wrong, I think I will let him know. Because but it's a pity that, unfortunately, what was done as an innocuous advisory to my family members had become something that was smuggled into the public domain by someone. I don't want to place causes here because I have wept. I have received calls, particularly from those in the people who know what I have stood for in all my 57 years on planet Earth. People who know that I have put myself in the public space to defend first my Edonis. I keep telling anybody, I may love Godwin, but I love my family more. I may like Iranomigo, but I love Edo people more because I am who I am because I am Edo. I will not be Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian by design. I'm Nigerian by force, but I'm Edo by the divine grace of God. I did not become Edo by accident. He married people to become Edo. I didn't get naturalization. I am Edo. And as an Edo man, as an Edo, what you people call Bini, I don't call myself Bini because there is no Bini in our language. We do here, we Bini, Edo, Bini, Omonoba Nedo, Omonoba ne Bini. So as an Edo man, as Oviedo ta, you make a low egbe awedo bana, and Obanya do, Obanya to, Obanya Kimaya say, we boy in kikini tutaina, Oba weni san, or when is zebulukele, Erioke no aye. So I did not make that voice note in any way to cast aspersion on the ascendancy and the supremacy of His Royal Majesty Oba Nusa. I did not make that audio message. I just said it because at Natana, we have to tell ourselves the truth. It is my children and their children that will face the donation after Godwin Obaseki leaves office. So it's beholding on me, whether in private or in public. Like I said in that note, I said, even within the sanctuary of our locked doors, let us forget our dislike. If you dislike Godwin, if you don't like Godwin, forget them for now, so that we can raise there must be Judas. It's the nature of man. But when you look at it, that because of what I told my brothers, an advisory based on fact, not based on rumors and people saying what I don't know. What I know, which cannot be done by anybody, which I said there in that voice note, is to divide the monarchy. It cannot be done by anybody. The white man tried, it didn't succeed. Nobody has done it. Nobody can do it. I keep about 12 years ago, Obaedawa called me because I wrote a personal message to Obaedawa. So, Baba, the biggest problem we have in Benin is because we don't even know that our culture. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hello, Mega.
I can hear you loud and clear.
That we don't know that our culture, where's it, sir? Our culture predates almost half of the entire civilization we know today in the world. We have the oldest running uninterrupted festival that is only second to Christmas. Only Christmas is older than Igwe. From the time of Ely, the Oba called, I will send you the photographs, the Oba called the entire Council of Chiefs. It was organized by His Royal Highness Prince Omoegbe Ediawa. For me to educate or enunciate on the role that Igwe plays in our collective conscience. Igwe is Thanksgiving, which has been copied by the Americans. Igwe started before America was founded, and Igwe started in the time of Ely Ogidigan first, and it cannot change. We have the longest history. I went to Washington D.C. to the Smithsonian, and in one full room they have a big room for African art. There is no single Benin art inside that Hall of African Art. But if you go to the next room, they now created a full room for Benin art. That is, Benin is major enough for it to have a full gallery of its own. As a younger person, in the year 1996, I was the youngest person in the quest for the repatriation of Benin arts all over the world. And my president and chairman was His Royal Highness Prince Edun Akenzwa, the late Enogi of Obazua. To that extent, I took their life. Esosa Kabat Egbon, Iliel Otote, Lancelot Oduwa Imaswe, to celebrate the Benin culture. My work was sponsored by the Danish Shell BP, to tour Malta, Russia, Denmark, and Sweden. And my brother, Ikmosa Odiase, put the entire thing together, and we spent almost 3 months on tour. So what I'm saying is, the ascendancy of the Benin race is as a result of the ascendancy of our Obaship. Our Obaship is divine, and whoever sits on the throne transcends from being human to God. That is why we say in Benin, Oba Nusanuwodia Wiakpamuna. The Oba whom God has been transfigured by God into a Godhead. That is what it is. That is why we say Obanda. So I feel a bit uncomfortable. I want to appeal to those who have taken the institution of our Obaship to court to do our collective conscience one great good, irrespective of their anger, to please take that case out of court. Because Owayowa, because Gbeme Yuwa Ami, Gbeme Yue, Orarisore a Cotezo, Emia Ifiwerie, Kenata, Kenamata, Eya Idire, na ya mere inoma Kyoto no baby, na mere no adobon, because Obai Tiebo, a Nikau or Gwina, and a Nikau at every time, Yekoba, Eyaye, Ikadele, no Sayagwoba, Omawe no Sayagwina Eranomigo, Omawe no Sayagwe Pedro, no Sayagwoba de Doyi. The 4 cardinal stands, the 4 cardinal sticks that the dictator Osamudazi has used in creating Benin are in the hands of the Oba, whoever sits on the throne. Oba Atokbe, he said.
Okay, so in this situation now, because we, the Edo indigene, we are not happy. How do we get out of it? How can the governor of Edo State, the governor of Edo State is the number 1 man in terms of politics. So he's the executive governor of Edo State. He appoints the chief judge of Edo State. Is that correct? Yes or no? Can you hear me? Dr. Pedro?
Yes, but he doesn't have right over the chief judge, but he is the one that, yes. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, okay. I can hear you.
Because the reason why I said it, just like I'm in America, we don't have a monarchy. We don't have monarchy in America. They have a monarchy in the UK. If the British see the Queen of England going to court, I don't think they will feel good. They will not be happy. They will call the British Prime Minister to order. So they will call all the high-ranking politicians, even though if they are involved or they are innocent. So they will swing to action. It's just like the situation we are in the United States. President Biden didn't cause it. He didn't involve. It's just so unfortunate that my party, APC, have condescended low to this extent. They want to drag our respectful monarch into their dirty politics, which I'm not a part of it. So I totally condemn it. But what can we do now? We do not want to see that image while some tigers and lions are now capitalizing, taking advantage of the situation in order for them to enrich themselves. So our monarchy should not be used for their own personal piggy bank, how they can feel their gambling habit, whatever. So what can the governor do, Dr. Pedro? He's your brother. What can he do? You know all these things.
Yeah,
you can't
I read. Yes. Yeah. In fact, let me be very frank. You see, I don't have this authority to say this, but I also heard earlier today, that he have decided to go and meet the niggas to settle out of court. That is just it. They have to go to the Oba and settle this out of court. Because I personally cannot go into a public space, forget my personal interest, and say anything against the Oba. I said it at the beginning, I go back till you don't bet with the Oba. You don't challenge the Oba. The Oba is unchallengeable. You don't challenge the spirit. I think that the governor have started doing the right thing now by going to compel those persons who are aggrieved, whatever their grievance is, whatever it is, the Oba is beyond being taken to court. I even think that those who took the Oba to court, and I said it in that voice note, had the mind because they are family. That's what I feel. Because Pedro or Clement, Oba Buno Bima, ni makenya we marry, kota mo Oba nedo. Oba no boriri nedo. Na Oba we ya fefe wa bota gbona mo an. Get ya mo ari court. But the do we obiekme or telekme high. Only a tiger's child or a tiger's family member can play with the tiger. The Oba is the Ekmenowa, is the home leopard. And the person who took him to court is another son of a previous home leopard. That is why no other person who dare, who born you carry Oba go court.
So, Dr. Pedro, are you telling us now? Are you telling us that?
So I believe that the governor, I believe, yes.
Are you telling us that Governor Obaseki have no hands in it? Yes or no?
No. You see, this is where I want to differ from people. Comrade, you see, as an educated person, I cannot be following what Kabaka said. As an educated person, as someone who has lived in Texas, worked in the correction institutions in Texas, you've been trained now to see things from how it's supposed to be, not what you believe it should be. Governor Obaseki, to a large extent amongst many people, has not been supposedly well liked by a lot of people now, whatever he has done. But I look at the paper. I looked at that paper. I think it was just giving a dog a bad name so as to hang it. How can I know what is in Godwin's mind? Because I'm not his best friend. Everybody knows that. So, but at the same time, I cannot follow a lie. And what is the lie? The lie is that, a blatant lie, is that Governor Obaseki has taken the Oba to court. That is a lie. Anybody who keeps saying that, I just get tired. The court paper says Ogegbai has taken the Oba and the governor who represents the Edo State government to court. So the two defendants in this case that we are talking, let's not talk about other things, is His Royal Majesty and Mr. Governor. So I think that the role the governor can play here, so as to douse all this, is to bring pressure to bear, because those people they live in now amongst us. Bring pressure to bear on them to withdraw that case. With all due respect, I respect their gray hair, they are elderly men. Professor Prince Gregory Akenzwa is not a small man. I was a little boy when he was the deputy vice chancellor of the University of Benin. He's maybe Nigeria's first professor of child health and pediatrics. So he's not a small man. and he is the son of Oba Kenzwa. He is the brother of Oba Erediawa. He is the uncle of Oba Ewa. Dog, not the chop dog. So as to this institution, if it means anything to him, because this institution is bigger than the people who sit it and operate it. The Obaship is an institution that is divinely graced by God with an unbroken ascension and succession ever since the time of Eweka the First. It cannot change now. That is why we say in Benin, why we are hailing the Oba. So Oba atokbe, Oba ilobo where we. So after this Oba, we will still have another Oba who must be the proof of this Oba, and that is how our language, our lineages are. And so I beg them, using this public domain, within my small voice, because I don't have a role in government. I don't hold a position in government. I have never been government. So please realize that the collective patrimony of the Edo race is at stake. And sometimes, whatever the personal pains are, take the pain for a duty to the larger Edo race. And I hope, because I believe the Oba by nature, by institution, by culture, by design and affirmation, is always on the side of justice. And I think he will do good by everybody involved. Because Obima our Obaship will die when this world ends. It is only when there is no more this world, that is when our Obaship will end. So long as human beings are living and there are human beings called Edo, our Obaship will reign forever. Oba tokbe umogonz egamule. Yo no hintete no ugesag no here. Yo ekwa bonulo. Eriowase ega fi wirie. Ebokpanya yi animame utagmuna. Oye koba yan fi boyi. Obaka ega ke ega rwa ega swa. Irioye. Nyotete no marok ba etimbi. Ega bi. Is our ancestral, cultural, spiritual, and psychosomatic rock of ages. That is what the Obaship is. I say that with all conviction. That is why we say Oba Uboriri. When we ni yasia because nekme I can see na yafia, you know, and almost any man dina adani homa adagbe, but Oba or I saw Obane, you cannot be right no matter how right you are. That is how it is. That is how our culture is. And there is nothing we can do about that. The closest to that is looking at the king of Thailand. If there was no colonialism, if there was no white man, because the Oba can do no wrong. He is beyond reproach. He is beyond mistake. If he make mistake, that is how he's supposed to be. That is why we say Oba Arioba Odomi Yogbon. His word is law. If he laughs, it's not because he is happy with you. He just want to laugh. That's all. You know. Because Rioba, where the way I ask you woman called Boba Moriri. And Rundani, Yine why no cow. A yoking away, I give away why no giver. because you know why? We hear why full today, or full so long as I'm in so long as there is still water, there is still juice inside the sugar cane. So long as there is still coconut water inside the coconut, nobody had no idea it is there.
Okay.
That is the magic religious essence and the magical religious supremacy of worship.
Okay. I thank you so much. If you
Yes,
have anything, I would have loved to ask more questions. I don't want to, because in terms of traditional issue, I try to stay out of it because I am too young. I'm too small. In my say no, I'm a give because so I am very, very careful, you know, you may want, and it's because of the love I have for our kingdom and our land. We don't want to, I don't know, I would have asked this question if the judge that entertained this case, if it's an Edo man or not an Edo man. I don't know if that question will bring a controversy or whatever. So I will just go ahead and because all have a women to be Pedro.
Okay, go give me emini wata ma emita wo na ta wo I go here share social media. So when the judge because if judge the judge ni kan ita judge kan ita over all the boy here against Oba.
Why would any judge entertain such? That case would have been automatic dismissed. I'm not a lawyer.
No. That would be against the law. But let me tell you, if I was the judge, there's what we call sine die. I would have adjourned that case sine die. That is, I will adjourn the case to forever. I will adjourn the case to 2040. Do you understand me, sir?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can hear you. The network is wobbling, but it's okay.
What it should have done, but yes, but there is no art yet to tell the mind's construction on the face. Say, look at this man. But if the person knows how Benin people feel, because the law is for people. People are not meant for law. Law is meant for people. If you know that this law that is meant for people, for these people, will not work with these people, don't just try it. It will be stupid. So I feel sorry for the judge, you know, and I think that the judge himself will be weary. How you want to carry Oba go court? If now maybe the judge, I not go even open the courtroom. I won't lie. I not open my courtroom. And I not go there. But I think that I not even I talk. But I think that as far as I think what I should, when I heard that the judge even postponed or adjourned the case to July, I just started thinking, what's going on here?
Do you know the name of the judge?
Is there no advisory? That's why I said no. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't think he's a very popular judge. And this is not the case for a judge to make his name.
So anyway,
there is no case.
I am not. I would have loved to open the phone line, but it's really, really late. So if you have anything you want to tell Edo people, or if you have any message for our traditional ruler, you can go ahead so that before we made a mistake, before someone pick what I'm saying or a real amigo tournament. So it's better we end this show in a positive way, the way we are wayena. Comme I say, no guaye me gua, but all double work oh yeah, I see the woman.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I think there's a call. Dr. Pedro.
Yeah.
Dr. Pedro. Dr.
Yes.
Pedro.
Yes, okay.
Dr. Pedro. Dr.
Yes.
Pedro. Dr. Pedro.
Yes.
I have to answer this call.
I can hear you.
Yes. Go your name and where are you calling from? Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, Mega.
Okay.
This is Chief of Pedro.
Okay.
I have a question for Dr. Pedro, who was my mentor, the man that I respect. Also, my mom is from Ididukuma. I don't deny it. But after I heard about that audio, I was so disappointed about Don Pedro. I will say that I want to ask Dr. Pedro if, as a man, as a Benin man, I know how he stood for the Midwestern conference ever since I've been following him. Now, my question is, are you trying to tell the world or the people or the Edos that Governor Obaseki has no hand about the situation, about this Inigi? Because we, the Benin, would believe Obaseki is the grand master planning because of the artifacts. Since the artifact, Obaseki attitude changed against the palace. Is it true or false?
I want to be very slow in answering you so that I don't make any mistake. Yeah, no, what will we do with it? Yeah, I do. Do we?
When public domain.
No, damn, no, hold on. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing. Nigwa.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Okay, if we are Zedo, then I will come to English.
Okay.
The way ibie oga kuku ni papa na emi ni hoye. Ima mi no reke Godwin. Oma be game Ima gwegwate with voice note ini. A voice note ini was a voice note in a family platform where we were discussing. And somebody brought it up. When the young man brought it up, he said, who will give clarification? I'm not in Nigeria. I won't lie to you. I was just, if you are on my WhatsApp, you will see I just came back that same week from the US into the UK. So I now asked someone to send me the court paper. The court paper was forwarded to me by my personal lawyer. I'm also a lawyer. I looked at it. So it was what was on that paper that I reacted to. So on this paper, this court paper of today, the 9th of May, 2024, is that Prince Greg Akenzwa was suing Governor Obaseki and our Oba. That was why I made that assertion. That is just it. I'm not a member of his government. I'm not there to defend his government. Then I told my brothers.
No,
no, let me finish. You asked me a question. You know what I answer? Because I cannot change your mind.
Dario.
You want to ask you. I want to ask you, sir. Daniel, we are doing working. Because I've been trying to be calm. Wait. Okay. Everybody in Benin, in 2016, I was running for governor. And then Godwin was running for governor. We had a major crisis. I stood my ground. I could have collected money and kept quiet. 2020, And the Benin's were fighting for Godwin. I joined them. 4+4
Obama crash. That's where we crash.
I want to ask you now. No, yes. I want to ask this my brother from Muselu, Muselu. Since that time, they will no longer Pedro. You may know where. Since that time, we're okay, Pedro, we know why you're 7 wait me there. Since that time, 2020. So, ni simio serine gbeme because Obaseki him. Simio serine do because of ye do him. Do simio serine bende because a bende like him. It in Nigeria. What I just said there is if you don't want to see it as a personal discussion with my cousins, you are still seeing it as if it's a public statement made when I was even calling my children's name inside. You are not being fair to me. Thank God
sorry to call me, Doctor. Hold on.
I have come here today to explain myself. I have come here today to explain myself and let the Benin people know that if there is anybody who carries the palace and the Benin culture on its head, it's me. Today we are all doing Benin movie, because some of us did. So I don't want to continue. If you want to make it political, I will leave here. It has nothing to do with politics. So anybody who decides to make it political, all those who are attacking me since I saw my young friend Washington, who I used to respect, who I respect a lot. You know, but I just say, okay, but it's okay. But I'm telling you today, let us I came here. I came here today. I came here today, in spite of everything, to just reassure Edo people that I am first and foremost a Benin. I am not here.
You all know I am in Dubai. I'm using VPN. Very soon it's going to cut. So don't say I hang up the phone because I have 400 MB. I told them yesterday it costs 60 euro to buy another data of unlimited. Nobody among 870 people here watching right now, nobody could bring 1 naira. But they will say, oh, I want somebody on the phone now. That is how we suffer.
Now, anyone can I will tell you 50 to buy MB.
Chief, I was
America is unlimited. Go ahead. If only you buy Dr. Pedro. Only your phone. Dr. Pedro. Okay, look at somebody calling me from. Hold on, Miss. I want somebody. I want somebody. My brother in New Jersey, you know I cannot answer foreign number. If they're going to charge me $1, I don't have money, and you people are calling me direct, so it's not possible. Go ahead. I want somebody.
Okay, Owese, mega. Doctor, if you know where we mother uno and I have where our back. When we are addressed why, okay, about Dime, but to be me to
address. I want so bad. Wait, your time. No, you have to stop it. No, you have to stop it. Stop it, please. No, please. No. Address that guy. o la wo obirita no kana be no ipepe no biobo ima address egwa yo ba na wo emwewu na wo measure me now I won't allow him to go ahead with that statement. Ima address egwa ima address egwa ya no, please. If you are not doing, I'm sorry.
No, you don't do that.
I can no, don't say that. No, don't say that. No, don't say that. I was talking, so I cannot say that to my younger brother.
Don't do that.
No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I can do that. I did that to my younger brothers. I didn't send that to you. Omar Okpa, no more voice note in Ladian from Obaseki Assembly Forum. Ogunowo kwanswa supere working agbe. Oma no more Ladian. No ya oni eya me osaro no bi osabuja me no bi agbo fun no Obaseki. No ya wi me o mo ya de ekoko no gumna me o kan Allah udure. No man he nunu me ona bu hie gbin me oguna me olokunuro nigbe okwa ehia ya de omaropa no re we odona ya sin me I contest igbina igwoba tile igwoba menzo okpioba ehin no we mo ni emu yo to ngi no ri ahun na ogbirita no okana be no okwa no yewu ulekunebo oli adure owen wa
no
he said ogumena we gbese yo awon asoba
because I've been fighting for this listen anyway chief anyway
let's play this.
Let me
play this, doctor. No, doctor,
I
please.
play the mega now.
Ọba no gedo, ọba ne baba no geme nigo, ọba no kibo nwe pada ya dugie ede nori ọba vene bie bia vamana so, ekpe no wa, obi akenzo ani sonoro, eye weka no logbe, ihe hin ovo ame no gba si, jawa no ba le de yayo, ọba no magyu ye dode, ogi apolopolo, ọba no gbori nedo no ba we ya mo ogi ni sere igo. Obi ekene madoyo ogenoze oginehun edo yawi yaroga yowoke na lubode oba nowo duawi apamuna ohede ya oba na desu kuneri hun edo yawi yare dake nu seluga tope oyu mogonza obi epenowa uga diamne dogame kemi ya pepe no ayari oba nyade ropa gibe we alagoda ono ofun megbe no edo yawi yarogayo oba ga tope ise meno odolewo nori ogebe Pedro saro no bi agbon fo nori Obaseki no ye don Pedro riova ori gbogbo na ge idake nuselu egwa kevedo ya.
Is that someone that hates the palace?
All right, I want to about Kevin Watanu corner.
Okay, my brother here, Dr. Pedro, is my senior bros. You know, I was about to call Osaro Obaseki about this issue. I was really angry. You know, Governor Obaseki, Oduriani Egbavi or to destroy that name. Man, understand? It got to do this. It got to this. I don't you born at Benny, nobody. Man, understand? Or to destroy family name. And it got to will remain enemy of the Benin.
No, you see, let me come in here quickly.
Even in the atom, don't wear, you know what I know where a mamwe or Junilatia, 18 years is a public. Because when I heard it, and because honestly, so you're doing, honestly, I know him. He may follow him. I told my cousin Orostra Ayo, now where how do I meet Dr. Pedro Viari? That was when I heard this audio, I was so disappointed. But okay, if I been where a forum or not discuss it, but a dovi, I can't just say what I say. You know, I'm going to so that people have heard you now. But to be me, own material, even Muyoto. A post we may post on Facebook. You think you're doing it by yes.
I was about over move you well.
Doctor Domo.
Dr. Pedro. Hello. Dr. Pedro. Yes, you were calling me direct.
Yes,
you know I am in Dubai. I don't have money. So if I answer, it's automatic a dollar bill. They're going to bill me dollar. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Can I talk right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That call was a little bit too long for a distinguished person like Dr. Pedro Obaseki.
Yeah, the person on the phone is also. Hold on. The person on the phone is also a distinguished chief of Usenu. So that is why the phone was long.
Yeah. No, so, I didn't condemn him.
Okay.
I'm only telling you the light we have, the people we have seen. But Don Pedro inspire a lot of people to really know the value of education. So he's a real person. Trust me. Especially, I'm a diehard fan of yours, but you bringing Don Pedro to this program again. You have promoted yourself more than I respected you before. But for whoever would have known him before or however it is, to underscore who he is because of Godwin Obaseki, I think is something I really don't really welcome. Nothing is, it's only trying to defend the multitude who believe this fight is between the palace and the way it was sold to everybody. He just came out. And some people, the good ones said, oh, why do you have to come this late? This is what people were saying.
Who said
because
that?
his voice matters a lot.
Who said that?
People were saying,
we have a thousand. We have a thousand people watching right now. 1,000 people watching.
Yeah, 1,000 people were always saying that almost like Don Pedro came too late to have even come with that voice note that carried the whole narrative. So he didn't just stand for his brother, he stood for the truth. He's a truthful person. He's somebody, not just me, that people respect this man so much. He's a pride of this Benin Kingdom.
Benin Kingdom, yes.
You understand? So,
respected
Dr. Obaseki, it's my privilege to talk to you. I saw you bringing out your this thing like I was in tears for you. Trust me, don't feel bad. I just want you to put yourself in the position of even Godwin right now, how he will be facing. You understand? You stood your ground. God is with you. God is with Godwin. You are for the truth, and the right people are with you. Nobody, when light comes, the darkness will always succumb to it. You understand? I don't want you to change your ways.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Dr. Pedro, we are TV Nialo. Itam Nialo de.
VPN.
I told them. I said, pay the money.
Privileged.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm so privileged to have, if I could hear your voice to say, oh, my brother, I hear you, I will record it in my archive in the rest of my life.
Hi.
Because of who you are, many people.
I'm very grateful, sir. I am humbled. I feel very, very humbled. Maybe once ironically I left New Jersey. I actually flew out of
Yes.
Please.
So as I to you right now, I'm going to do a Zale. Even if you don't even do, even if you like, you can show it or whatever. I'm doing it right away to you because of Don Pedro. I am giving you $300 right away for Pedro. For bringing Pedro back to your forum.
You see, clean heart. God bless you, New Jersey. I will show them. You see, Bini people, you see when your heart is clean. God knows my heart. I brought Pedro with clean heart. Clean heart. Thank you so much, New Jersey. Thank you.
I am doing it right now. Right as we speak to you, know how it goes.
Okay.
I'm receiving you.
As soon as he's backing up.
Pedro Obaseki, I respect.
Go ahead. Go ahead, New Jersey.
I'm very grateful. I don't know what to say.
Watch you. New Jersey, see it. It's backing up. It back up every 2 a.m. You can see it. It's backing up. So it's not me that caught it. It's already 2 a.m. here. So as soon as it back up, Dr. Pedro, I want to thank you. You know, I am happy everything goes this way. You are a man that you are my brother. You know how we started. It was during that Brafa issue, Midwestern, how we fight for Edo. In 2016, that is when we become ally. After what happened to you, a lot of people did not know what happened to you. We are going to move from this palace issue to another issue now for about 10 minutes or 20 minutes. There's a video circulating, Dr. Pedro. The video you did in 2016. I remember that video. After I remember how many times I spoke to you, begged you to support Pastor Osage Izeyamu in 2020. You told me, you said you would have loved to support Izeyamu. You said because of what Senator Comrade Adamani Oshomole did to you in 2016 or 2015, you will not do it. So, and that video is now circulating. They are now using it against an innocent Dr. Aishweleme Igodalo. So go ahead and clear that one today. Now we have
you see, maybe many people don't know this. I was the director, I was national director of strategy for the PDP presidential campaign. And on Aswe Igodalo, I want to say this on public everywhere, that don't ever make a man pay for a sin he did not commit. The biggest thing you can do against the future of your children is to live a lie. If you create a lie, you become a pathological liar if you now start living that lie. I told somebody that I'm still wondering why Aswe Igodalo wants to run for governor. I asked him, because he's too rich to steal. I've known Aswe since I was a baby. Aswe's father and my father walked from Owo to Benin during the 1963 Midwest crisis. I still remember as a young boy when we used to go, when it comes, when Baba Ibadan comes, we'll go to their place. If you know Benin City well, at Koba Slope, as you enter Koba Slope from Akpava, if you know any place called a Konorwe, if you enter the first turning on your left there, that was the place we used to go and meet Aswe's father. Aswell was is the chairman of Sterling Bank, Omanome Banki. The biggest Nigerian company for fast-moving consumer goods is Nigerian Breweries. He's the chairman and chairman of Dangote Flour. When I place him, now last year, Forbes, the biggest rater in the world, first one that raised the 100 millionaires, the richest in the world, rated Banwo and Igodalo the
network
amongst the 5 biggest law firms in Africa. In Africa, the man. So when I look at it, that very video was in the heat of things. I was 8 years younger, and we were arguing. It was in ITV. Even that set that I used no longer exists. So anybody who is bringing that issue is just trying to show with their mentally, I don't know. Somebody always there now. You see, what I'm saying it is, if I run a company that already has a bigger turnover than the total budget of Edo State.
More than the total budget of Edo State?
Yes. Go and check it. Nigerian Breweries, Sterling Bank, Dangote Flour, not to talk about a man that has an employment platform where he employs more than 100. He's rated in the Forbes. Go and check Forbes Fortunes magazine on the best law firms in Africa. In Africa,
He's on Forbes.
Yes, Forbes rated Banwo and Igodalo and Co. with 120 something lawyers as one of the biggest 5 law firms in Africa.
Dr. Igodalo.
Yes. I don't say that. I'm not saying it is in.
Dr. Igodalo changed my life.
Yes.
Changed my life when APC put me on.
You see, no, I don't want to do APC, PDP. I don't know. Let's just look.
No, he went on. Yes. He went on. Igodalo don't change your life. A life in APC movement. Dr. Pedro, I told well, where we give it, told him. Guy will go.
When the time is right, I will knock on every door on every floor, and I will beg every face in every place.
Wow.
For the future of my children. I will tell them, place the two of them, the two parties, forget the parties, because parties don't write checks. Parties don't make decisions. It's the human being. If parties write checks, the party that fought each other, APC versus PDP 2020, the same people. So it is the human being. I looked at Aswe, a cultured person, a man who understands how to create wealth, who has a good relationship matrix, a man who inspires confidence in those that are with him, a man that you can. So everything you are talking against Aswe now are things Aswe did not do.
No,
so
I'm not talking anything against him.
No, not you. I say all those. No, not you. Oh, where? I mean, anybody now. What are you going to say?
I swear,
so me, when the time is right, I will preach the gospel of Aswe Igodalo, and I will be his apostle.
Wow, apostle of Dr. Igodalo.
Yes, apostle of the gospel. I don't follow people. I'm following what he wants to do. And when the time is right, all the things he has promised, if he didn't do them, oh boy.
When me one night, anything he promised, if he fail one, you know me, I will come on social media.
There is no, right now, it is important that Edo people get it right. Nigeria is failing. So we cannot bring anybody who does not even understand the mechanics of of what is going on. That is just the truth. That is just the truth.
Wow.
You know, they don't. They are
I
not.
have
It
a
is
breaking
just.
news, Doctor
Yes.
Dr. Pedro.
Yes.
You know, they say good. Me as a Bonnie, you are a professor. Well, one good thing deserve another.
One good turn deserves
another. Okay. I call you because of the pain that was in my heart, but I was scared to come out with clean mind.
Yes.
And you yourself, you responded with clean mind because your heart is clean.
Yes.
What some people are, I don't want to inject anybody, but I think Obaseki should ask Kabaka where he saw his name in that paper. The Kabaka wire go. Let's leave that. That will talk about. Now, when he appeared around here, somebody saw the way things went. $300 or what your account in New Jersey. Allowed.
Whoa.
Ubege me e come and one. You see it?
Whoa.
When was the last time I get $300 on a show? Dr. Pedro, can you be coming here every week?
Oh God, I didn't expect that.
Are you ready now? Dr. Pedro, do you want me to be a better man in this world? We're only man.
Well, we're money.
Can you tell us you be coming here as many as you can? So that I need
as this campaign will start now, maybe I will have to, because we have to beg our brothers so that
may I see this cat beg tomorrow. $300.
I'll send it by Gumeni. Let me thank you myself personally.
New Jersey, very smart, intelligent. Very Usaloboa no suffering in my baby. One thing that I like about you, even though that we crashed in 2020, and I know the reason. Your work can learn from this, that don't pay people, don't do revenge on anybody.
Yes.
Because nobody knows tomorrow. If Dr. Pedro get angry in 2020 and say, he will not know that today I would have been there.
Yes.
To try and rescue him.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Okay. One is it Lieutenant Colonel was calling me in Benin 2020. He was saying that every day EBA they are announcing my name. I say it's Pedro. Pedro was love So leave it. Or where they are, forget about it. Or that letter the palace wrote that time where they did not send me every day like Pedro. I wake So let's make this call. Me I talk yesterday. I say who want call today, ask question. May they buy me money when I go take start my this thing. Una not buy. But what I will say make I leave my money for APC. But I don't if even say €50, $50 keka. Go on for free. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead. Calm down. Yeah, calm down. Why you go why you calm down? Hey, Dubai, you know.
Calm down.
Oh, I know.
Listen. You know, when it comes to the way you do your things, and before me, I not get aligned at all. I don't align with you very recently.
Hey, let's move on.
The way you anchor this program now, believe me, maybe I'm here. There was a time I sent you my number. You said that you write my name. I wrote my name. on the WhatsApp. He didn't reply for 3 days.
He might reply because I maybe Mark when maybe we read you any day. Okay. Obaseki or Governor Obaseki supporter we work.
The reason I'm calling you right now is because of this.
Because of what?
Network.
A politics in my ear now. Okay, I saw you go that way. I want to. Every politics is
that guy is so responsible.
Okay, Dr.
And I hold in high esteem.
Who responsible? Okay.
Hello?
Now we are hearing you now. Now we are hearing you. If to say you don't drop money now, I will hear you where.
You know, calm down, man.
He calm down. He can't.
Yes.
Calm down.
Pedro, the Pedro. It was because of my God. He told him, I would not like you. That this thing, voice tone.
No. That voice note. It's over. It's over.
Wait, no. I'm going somewhere. That guy,
talking about politics. Every politician my way and turning up with an where I man when I did what ban well you every what mammy. So Dr. Pedro my will I was do it. I want a party me while we be alone. Westy Lao any time.
Oh, we madam but we are sending go we might
I said I said that can't get away with Betty or your man. One hand.
No, Baba. I can't believe. As I was saying, they didn't come away. It's Pedro that voice note he come away. He made that only. They made your wife see
where voice note on him, where we on your women now.
Okay, let's okay, that's all.
Now, I can't go. You may send that can't go. You want send that can't go now.
Oh, where's that country? You have to discuss one-on-one.
Dr. Like Pedro, I know you. Oh, Yana.
Pedro, I need to. Pedro, be happy now.
Okay, we're fair, Oma. Fair, Maria can't where you want
Listen,
the Roman away, we bring phone where may do a camp market. You give my phone away.
No, I'm telling you, after this program, you call me.
Yeah, you call away with after 2 a.m. We 2 a.m. Oh, I'm
call me. I'm
Dubai. Okay, it's 2 a.m. now in Dubai. Okay, all right.
It's 2 a.m. in Dubai. Yeah. So, Dr. Pedro, I'm interested you telling us about Dr. Igodalo. Only me want to do you in 10 minutes. Tell us what you know about him because I'm trying to know him. Modokpeworo is our party candidate. Modokpeworo is running. They don't nobody see Modokpeworo. Yeah, Akpata he came here. Modokpeworo nobody see him. Modokpeworo is just a leader. Where you go. We don't know. So the only hope we have now is Igodalo and Akpata. Modokpeworo, how can you be? You can't talk about somebody in Amamiania. It's for the leaders. It's not for the innocent positive. Lao, sorry, let me this call. I think this call is for you. Hello.
Hello, me, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Frank. I'm calling from Ireland.
Okay. Frank, who are you with Pedro?
I want, if I were me and you now, both of us would be for a long time.
Okay.
If Pedro, and I want to talk to. He has been around the circle of government in Edo State. Why is it that our reservation area
Pedro government
No, then you are very wrong, sir. You are very wrong. No, sorry, sir. I've never been in government. I've never had a government position. Please. I've never been in government.
Please, Dr. Pedro, let me off the phone. No more calling, no more receiving of call. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about Igbo dialogue, please, before you go.
Okay, let's just put it this way. I think that in the present challenges we face as a country, it is someone like Aswe that we need. Okay. Outside of his personality, if anybody who has met Aswe, you will be infested by his personality. So when you now have someone who has such a vibrant personality, and the same person is a first-class scholar who had one of the best results in economics. He's a trained economist in his first degree. Not from any other university, from the University of Ibadan, the premier university in Nigeria. Goes to the London School of Economics, which is one of the biggest in the world. It is on the same level with Harvard, Columbia, on the same level with Cambridge, with Oxford, and with Yale, and comes out as a trained lawyer. And he grows a company since 1991 to become maybe Africa's biggest singular law firm. Then he already resuscitated a former failing bank to become a national bank, Sterling Bank.
Failing
bank. Before.
The bank was failing.
Yes, and they turned it around. Then you now look at a man who already, and Sterling Bank already has hundreds of branches across Nigeria with almost 1 million, 500,000 service personnel, staff, and everything. Then you now have him become chairman of Nigerian Breweries, arguably the biggest fast-moving consumer good producer in Nigeria, and Africa's largest brewery. He's chairman. A man who sits on a budget that is already larger than the budget of some states put together. I described him, I told a friend, I said, look, Aswe is too rich to steal Edo people money. I had even asked him myself, say, wow, why you won't disturb yourself? These people. And I said, no. Anytime he comes to Benin, that is why in the last 8 years, he has dedicated himself to that Allah Udao Summit. So when I look at it, a man who just last year, until they sold that company in a big mega profit, Dangote Flour, is the chairman. A man who Forbes had rated his company as among the 5 biggest law firms in Africa. Then when I place him against maybe your party candidate now, Monday.
Senator Modokwewo.
Yes.
We did not see him.
No, apart from that, when I compare, it's like comparing beans and stone. When you get a bag of rice, beans and stone, you mix them. They disseminate and contest. There is no comparison. The fact that he is running is, if you look at the small picture of an alligator or a crocodile, and you look at the small picture of a lizard, they look alike. But a crocodile is a crocodile, a lizard is a lizard. If you look at a cat that will be there, and you look at a tiger, they look alike. It's like you now carrying an obiede in Monde Okpewolo to compare with a tiger in Aswewida. It's like you having a gold-plated earring when they buy for 1 naira and gold. They are not in the same firmament. So I don't even think about it. So I said, I will not talk yet until I see how the trajectory goes. Like I was telling you earlier, I said, I have made up my mind pro bono to beg every face in every place and to knock on every door on every floor so that we can have a governor that can make us have a take-home pay that can take us home. When I have someone who look at you now, if I'm comfortable talking to you. I know your trajectory. I know what I remember that time when you shot the fight, that time, blah, 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 blah. I know when you did go walk. You say, no, I will call you later because I hear your prison people, they talk for background. I knew you were working in the Correctional Institute then in Texas.
Correct.
So I can say, let me pick a barrel and write who Elanomigo is.
No.
I can go back 2 years. I can go back 5 years. We're talking about 2016 now.
2016, yes. We started talking.
It's 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. Are you getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So,
I compare even with this tsunami, tsunami problem.
Yes.
So DFS to Okpeboro cannot dare come here. Oh, I get you, man. Fear, you know, they come here.
It is my duty to sell my party's candidate, but I will not cast aspersions on their own. I want Edo people because people take us for granted sometimes. They keep forgetting that we are the most intelligent political people in Nigeria. If they Edo human, we know what is better for us. We know those we can live our. No, on a serious note, you know Monday. You've spoken to us. If I now tell you now, say your last son, not the one who graduated that time, say your last son or your last daughter or your cousin, who you feel give make, which one you will give make you follow? Don't know you know where assistant to.
They not they think twice. Now straight to Dr. Ihodalo because nothing to
the way you bury Pedro,
nothing to compare.
These two people,
the fact is the fact.
That is just it. I don't want to stress it too much. When another day,
thank you so much. Thank you for coming. I know it's late. Now you have make yourself known to the fans, to the followers. Even at 2 a.m. in the morning, you were 1,000 plus people were still here watching live. So that is the power of a platform that was built under the foundation of truth and nothing but the truth. Yes. So I thank God Almighty. Thank you for coming, Dr. Pedro. Now that this issue is over, politics that is what we are going to be doing. So until I want to see Dr. Ihodalo one-on-one, I want to know, like Agba, when I met Agba one-on-one, we connected. You know what I mean? He invited me to his family instantly. So from that moment, I fall in love with Agba. Yes, so nobody could tell me anything.
That is my Clement. Clement is my big bros and my very favorable in-law.
I love Agba too much. Agba, Agba Bola. I love to take a play.
All right. Okay.
Hello. Okay. Good luck, my brother. Come. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. You will not hear from me until maybe when I get to United States. So I'm going to be on air for almost a year and a half.
Okay. All right.
I will go by Canada. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
My brother.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night. All right. So, guys, I want to thank every one of you. How do I look, guys? We still have about 850 people. Wow. After 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Wow. Let me snap it. While we're 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Wow. I beg, make una like this video, share this video, share. We still have almost 850. Wow. So, Dr. Ihodalo, may the Lord Almighty bless you and bless your your wife, and I pray for her one day for God to touch Edo citizen. She will become the incoming first lady. We want the best for Edo. That is the fact. We want the best for Edo. Whether my party or not my party, I must speak the truth. I don't support people because they are going to win. I support people because they are competent. They are the right person for the job. So that is how I am. So I'm not into all this. You don't win. Why you want? No, I not did that one. So Richard Obamoye, I applaud you. Thank you so much. Agbabola Group, I thank you all. You know, without you, this sharing of video here would have been difficult. It would have been very, very difficult. I think our incoming way better know that. Let's play the video right quick, please. Watch this video. Let everyone watch this video. Let's go. Let's play the video right quick.
She's been running out. That was my first, one of my first. One of my first times. But you know, the thing is that my wife loves passionately. Yeah. Passionately. And then if you know, you kind of step out of her way a bit, she gets upset passionately. And when she holds you dear to her, you know, soldiers and loyalty. She's a soldier in that regard. Total loyalty. And she can do anything for you. She can die for you. And she expects that you meet her halfway. So, you know, I don't think I could have married a better person. She has truly complimented me. And there's one other thing I'd like to say. She had also accommodated my excesses. And one of my excesses being, when I started my law firm, I worked excessively. And I really don't think my partner at that time, his wife, Femi Oruba, were for me. Maybe they were two twins. There were only two women in this world I know that could have accommodated what we did. Because we were working like, you know, somebody used it against me. We were working 29 hours.
You don't say it again.
And so I said, so because they say I'm on drugs. Anything you say now in this political space, they use it against you. So I said somewhere, they don't understand, they don't have a sense of humor, they don't understand this kind of things, you know. So there's no problem, you know. I'll go back to my 24 hours, 7 days a week. But truly that time I worked 29 hours, 7 days a week. We worked, you know, sometimes we'd be in the office 3 days, she'll bring breakfast, change of clothes and everything. You know, she'll pick her time, Fumi will pick her time. My friends, you know, like Arabo, they'll be coming from nightclub at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and they'll come and knock on my door. They will say, oh boy, studio office, you don't go there. And there was this place, I think it was Bacchus, right in my office. And so after a while, I started locking my office door very tightly. Because all my friends that went to Bacchus, they'll come singing on my office door and be like, what are you people doing here? You know, are there small girls here? What are you doing? You know, but seriously, you know, and that's how we built the firm. But my darling wife, I'd like to thank you very much. Because it's few women that could have accommodated those things we did and tolerated us. And that was
very humble man.
What enabled us to build Power and Igudalo as probably the #1 law firm in this country. You know, so you know, I'm giving a bit of gap with a few other people, you know, but probably the #1 law firm, but definitely the leading law firm in this country. I'd like to thank you very much for that. Also, most importantly, she helped bring up our daughter. She gave me this beautiful daughter who is a serial entrepreneur. You know, she does furniture, she does soft furnishing, she does women's makeup, she does wig. You know, she's like she's of, I think it's a family thing, you know. And I'm really happy. You know, today she was telling me this morning, she's the only one I've actually been chatting with and talking to and smiling hard because, you know, there are a few other things. I try to smile at my wife, but she understands me a bit. And so she told me that, oh, Daddy, my exams, you know, because she's in school. She went back to school. And she said, Daddy, my exams today. And I said, okay, what's happening with the exams? You know, and you know, it's this thing, they do all kinds of modeling and models and designs and things. And she spent the last 2-3 weeks doing her designs, and she went to talk to her teachers who were reviewing her design, and she started reading out her scores to me, and I was amazed. And I said, okay, you took your mother's brain. Yeah. You took your mother's brain. And I'm really impressed. So, my darling wife, I thank you so much. Happy birthday. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the love, for the happiness, and the goodness. And for my, sometimes I stress you, and sometimes you stress. Sometimes you stress me.
Just to write. You know when you can't go to.
So there's mutuality of balance. Well, I'd like to thank my family. In the last few months, this has truly been my family. I've seen guys, all of you step out from your own comfort zone, come and support this process, left your own family, left your work, left the things you're doing. I've never, even my BNI guys are jealous. I tell them, I've gone back to BNI 2 times, and I tell them that in BNI, I thought you guys were amazing, but I've run across people that are even more amazing. I'm a BNI
out there. Hope everybody's having a wonderful
Wow,
day.
wow, wow,
We
wow,
just want to
wow,
say we
wow.
thank you for everything that you do for us. Give us a like on these videos so that Facebook and all the social media outlets can also be able to share these with others. Thank you for everything. Have a blessed day, and be sure you like, share, and subscribe.
That's right. You all heard that. So, guys, I love you all. I thank you all for watching this late. I love you all. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. I love you all. Once again, we are in another day now. We started on the 15th, but now we are on the 16th. So that is how it is. I love you all.